It's Sunday, June 21st, and you are here tuned into the People's Patriot Project. We got your 6 at 6. Right now, you're listening to WeP3 Radio, proudly produced in partnership with Reads Across America Radio. Together, we share a mission to remember the fallen, honor those who have served, and teach the future generations the value of freedom. A freedom bought, paid, and secured for by the brave men and women who've worn our national and local uniforms. Stay tuned for We Got Your 6 at 6. Now playing on WeP3 Radio, Jack Yoder, Quarantine.
Truck it off.
Doctors, roll out. You're watching or listening to We Got Your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime. We the people, the People's Patriot Project.
To put your skill set, your thoughts, and ideas, or want to help continue the mission, you have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we are the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always seen. We want you to be a part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to We Got Your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime. Here's the WeP3 team bringing you today's best heroes hits in the boots on the ground organizations that are saving lives. And as always, Patriot Pride.
Left, your left, hey. Left, right, your left. You got it.
Truck it off. Just when I'm about to start dancing, it's like, come in.
All right, we're having a little technical difficulty, and that's okay. Miss Eichmann's frozen up at the time, so if you will, please take the time, if you're capable, to stand. We'll hear a little rendition of our good friend David Bray with Dave Bray in the USA and his national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take the time to stand if you are capable of standing. Out of honor and respect, please remove your covers and prepare yourself how you need to show your greatest gratitude for the amazing freedoms and liberties we have achieved under one of the most powerful symbols in the world. Please cast your attention as we respect our old glory.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so calm and
It is Sunday, June 21st, and we are here for We Got Your 6 and 6.
I just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine.
Oh, the rotten sock did it on loop.
God bless
It looped
America.
on me again. Dag nabbit. It's all good. We're here. I don't know where Miss Eichmann is. I don't know what happened. I don't know where, and it's all good. We'll figure it out. Maybe she'll be back. Maybe she won't be back. Maybe she's mad at us. Apparently, there was a sound system earlier or a sound issue where every time I talked, it sounded like a fart. We couldn't figure that out. But now am I sound like a fart right now as I'm speaking? I am? Oh,
yeah, totally.
Please.
You sound great, Mark.
We'll put Aiden. We got Phil Beaver here with Phirejets. And then we've got Aiden and Sean Dillard. Yes, they are related. Aiden, who's that guy to you, man?
My dad.
Yeah? Is it bad if I put you on the spot? What'd you do for him today? It's coming. Say it's coming.
I got him a Father's Day present.
There it is. Is the big reveal gonna happen on here tonight, or are you gonna wait till later?
We already gave it to him this morning.
Was it a big box of
cooler?
Oh,
Had snacks in it.
It put what goes in there?
There was Monsters, crackers, and cheese, and M&Ms.
Did you already empty the cooler, Sean?
The M&Ms are gone.
The M&Ms are gone. Last week, Andrea's dogs ate a 3-pound bag of M&Ms, and so we had to deal with that during the show. How big was the bag, Aiden?
It's small.
It was a small bag. So
it was one of the mini ones, yeah.
Okay. Aiden, we got to work on that, buddy.
That was my mom's idea to get him that small.
Yeah. Throw her under the bus. It's all good. Does mom get a tiny little bag of M&Ms for Mother's Day?
She gets the big bag.
Right. That's kind of where I was going. Yeah. Okay. We got to work on that, buddy. Okay. We'll get there because I'm all over the place. This is not the format of our show, and that's okay. We're just going to jump right into it. Is there like a punishment seat on the oar boat for where you got to work harder?
No, there's not.
No. Okay. That might be coming, just so you know, Aiden. If it can happen, it might happen. All right. So again, little technical difficulties. We want to get through real quick and talk about some of our sponsors. We don't want to let them hanging. I got to get to the right screen. See, me and Andrea kind of team up on this at the beginning of the show. Don't have to deal with it, but we got Derek Iozio and Catch 22. Thanks, Derek. He'll be on here tonight at some point and give us a shout out. I'd love the work Derek's doing down there in the great state of Alabama. Thanks, Derek, for all your work, your support, and the things you're doing. And then we got Bobby and Peggy Krutzinger down in Texas. They've got a great organization called Operation Texas Strong, where they repurpose donated RVs to veterans in need of housing. And they're like I'm embarrassed because they did a lot, but I think they're around 400 RVs donated in the last 2 years. Bobby slips on every once in a while. He'll be able to tell us where he's at, but I know they've been doing a mountain of work, and we just love the work that Bobby and Peggy are doing down there. And then we've got the amazing guys at Business Growth Engine. These guys are your answer and your solution to your website, to the things that you need done technologically. These guys are the answer. I will take my business nowhere else. They are the dudes, and I believe in everything that they're doing. You should see some of the behind-the-scenes things we're working on that I didn't ever think. I know I'm not capable of doing, but they're more than capable of doing, and I totally and greatly appreciate it. Miss Eichmann, how you doing?
I will see if this works. What the
Awesome.
hell was happening? Excuse me, heck was happening.
See,
There she
Aiden,
goes.
What I tell you, Aiden, it's
Right
going to be
off
a
the bat.
competition
Aiden,
between
I'm
you and I.
Sorry.
I don't know. I don't know, Miss Ike. I don't know what happened.
I started talking, and then this little circle just started spinning, and I'm like, sorry about that.
That's how I felt about 5 days ago.
You got vertigo too, huh, Andrea?
Yeah.
Little vertigo.
Big
little
bad
technology vertigo. Well, we did all of our intros. We did the national anthem. Is there anything you need to spout off before we get into the show with the big stuff?
Can I just thank our sponsors really quick?
We did that.
Quick. You did that already?
Yes.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Then we are
good. Let's move on.
Yeah. Thanks for being here, everybody. We appreciate. No, I'm totally joking.
Have a good night.
It sucks when when you have the glitch happen to you because you don't know what's happening during the show. We need to be, and this is not it's a me issue. I need to remember to go to my phone, which Phil Beaver can't do. I go to my phone and load up immediately the show so I can at least follow along while I'm doing the troubleshooting. So plan A for everyone that's on the WeP3 team. We go into the phone. Aiden, what is the most log time app you use on your phone, buddy?
I could check.
What you know? What do you play all day long?
TikTok.
Tell me about it. What is it? I don't know. I'm old.
Sorry.
You're good.
No. Basically TikTok is basically where you scroll and like watch videos.
Okay. Oh, TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't quite get you, man. You probably had some cheeseburger in your mouth still. It's all good. Are you easy to be teased, or do you not like it?
I sometimes, but most of the time, no.
You and I good?
He's a serious guy.
Okay, you and I are good though. Okay, good, because I might try and tease you a little bit, but if it gets really bad, we'll go to Frank. We'll start teasing you.
Yeah, what the heck?
Aiden, talk to Frank about the bird sitting on his head.
You ever see one of those when you're out paddling around?
No, haven't yet.
You haven't seen a pelican yet?
Mm-mm.
You guys are from Southern Illinois.
You've seen a lot of catfish, I'll bet.
Yeah. A lot of catfish.
You go noodling? He's going to ask you that question next, Aiden. You noodle?
Yeah.
Does your dad use you for bait?
No.
Okay, fair enough. All right, we're going to get serious for a minute. We'll come back to Aiden, Sean, and Phil Beaver here in a second, but we got a message. One of our mascots for the People's Patriot Project is Bastion the Bison. We'll have a little talk, a little dialogue, but we have another mission. While everyone's sitting and listening and watching the show, you have a job while you're with us. You can be watching on the PC, you can be watching on your phone, it doesn't matter, but you can still follow through with this mission. Here's Bastion the Bison.
At the People's Patriot Project, our mission is more than just words. It's a call to action. Each of us bears the vital responsibility to check your six. We begin this important journey with a moment of self-assessment. Ask yourself, are you truly mission ready? If the answer is no, don't wait in silence. Reach out. Use your skills. Lean into your resources and connect with your network. Whether you turn to a trusted friend, a supportive organization, or dial 988, remember, you must be battle ready to stand strong for the mission ahead. Once you feel equipped, take that next step. Reach out to 6 people in your circle. Check in on them. No agenda, no judgment, just genuine connection. This is how we build strength, shield one another, and serve our communities with pride. Together, we reaffirm our commitment. We got this. Patriot Pride.
All right. We have this conversation every week because I want to make sure people understand. We're not trying to make light of the situation. Bastion is not a joke. We were looking for a strong, powerful American-based resemblances of getting out there. We are mission forward, folks. And we got tired of hearing the conversation of, oh, why didn't I reach out one more time? Well, why didn't you? Well, you can do it right now. Take and put in your phone. Sorry, Phil, not you. You'll have to do emails, okay, or smoke signals or something. We found out Phil Beaver does not have a cell phone, which is remarkable. And we'll talk about that more. But just thinking about you, or I'm just checking in on you. Hey, brother, what's up? Hey, sister, what's up? You're gonna copy that and paste that into 6 conversations. Check your 6, and you're gonna send it. The other conversation we got tired of hearing is, well, why didn't they reach out to me one more time? And that's ludicrous, folks. That's here is the chance. Now, this is unique, and I'm going to put Aiden on the spot here a little bit because they're on a mission. They're on a mission. Aiden, tell me what this means, rowing for 22, brother.
What rowing for 22? To help in veteran suicide, because veterans commit suicide
At a rate of 22 a day.
Yeah.
You're good, brother. You're good. So I'm pretty confident, other than grandbabies that may have poked in every once in a while, and a guest that has another youth, child, or dog, or some kind of. Aiden is the youngest guest we've ever had on our show. So, Aiden, you're a rock star. Thank you for doing this. Aiden, how old are you?
I'm 11 right now.
11. And you are getting ready to go on a gigantic adventure with this guy next to you, your dad. Sean, tell us more about your mission. Tell us about your service.
I was U.S. Army. I served from 06 to 2011. I was in Germany for a few years, then I went to Iraq, and then I came home afterwards. So about a few years ago, I got involved with the group to row across the ocean. Long story short, I ended up getting injured during training. I really broke down after that because it stopped me from being able to row across the ocean at that time. And then I kind of decided, you know what, I'm not going to let that stop me. And so I decided, you know what, I'm going to still do it. So me and my son, I started saying, you know what, we're going to figure out how to make this happen. So we decided we were going to row across an ocean. And then during that, Aiden said that he wanted to join in the fun of rowing across an ocean. So we started working towards that a little bit, started talking with people, trying to figure out what Aiden needed to do, what I needed to do to prepare for an ocean crossing. And in doing so, a good friend of ours, Paul Laurie, went down to Florida, started working with him and really talking with him. And he said that, doing what's called the Great Loop would probably be better for Aiden and I, so we can prepare for an ocean crossing. It gets him the time on the water. Not only that, it's going to be a safer environment right now while he's preparing, because if something happens, we're a stone throws away from the coast to be able to get help. And with him being so young and being out in the middle of the ocean, that's more responsible on our part. Let's just say that. So now the plan is to do the Great Loop. It's over 6,000 miles, but and it's really cool, that Aiden's coming along with me, and everybody's excited about the father-son atmosphere of it. But There's one thing that kind of been sticking out with me in this last few weeks about, everybody always says end veteran suicide. It's on our logo, end veteran suicide. And, how are you going to do that just by rowing around the Eastern United States? And that alone isn't going to do it. But what will do it is we're going to be bringing veterans along with us throughout this journey. So our plan is we want to get 2 veterans to row with us every week throughout the entire loop. So that way we're getting somebody in there that's going to be able to start building connections, building that community that a lot of us miss, a lot of us don't have anymore from when we separated service. So,
well, if you paddle through West Virginia, give me a call.
You'll be going right by you, Frank.
Oh yeah, that's right there.
They'll wave at least, and they'll say, "Hey, you're going to jump on there and row with them?"
Well, you never know.
Where
I ran a half marathon. I can paddle for a week, I imagine.
You probably could, yeah. Where did this idea come up, Sean?
For the Great Loop?
Well, for getting in a boat and rowing a long ways away.
So like I said, about 2 years ago, I started a company called Shirts for Vets. The whole idea behind it was I was just going to create some shirts and sell them online and then donate the money away to some veteran project. I didn't know what. That was kind of the idea behind it. And then a group called Range Wars Row reached out to me, and they said, "Hey, can you donate 100 shirts?" And I'm just like, "No, I can't. I don't even have 100 shirts to donate." So long story short, I ended up making a merch store for them, ended up becoming really good friends with them. And along the way, one of their rowers dropped out of it. And so they asked me, they said, "Hey, would you like to row?" And at first I told them, hell no. I mean, we're talking about rowing an ocean rowboat from California to Hawaii. It's 2,800 miles in open ocean. So I was like, I'm not that crazy. Until about a week later, I talked with the wife, talked with the kids, and I finally decided, when will I ever have another chance to do this? And so I was part of Range Wars. It was awesome. For the first time in over 20 years, I finally felt like I was a part of a mission greater than me again. Their mission was to row to end veteran suicide. We were raising money for a bunch of different organizations. And I felt I had my purpose again. I ended up, I was an over-the-road truck driver at the time. I quit driving over the road, came home, started focusing on Shirts for Vets, building it up, and then started working on doing the row and got involved with all that. And, it gave me life. And then, like I said before, while we were training for it, I got injured. I ended up having to have surgery, and I ended up going into a really dark place. I almost killed myself over it too, because I got that call from Roy, our skipper, and he's like, "Man, we've got to make that call. I know that you're wanting to do this, and I know this is going to hurt, but we just can't take that risk, something going wrong with you being out on the boat." And I understand it now. I understood it then, but it still hurt. I felt like I let everybody down. I felt like I let my family down. I let myself down. And so, yeah, I started going spiraling. I started drinking really heavy every day. I got involved with a group, and then I got a service dog in training. And she, at 5 months old, I just had a breaking point, and I'm just sitting on my bed, and I'm bawling my eyes out. I'm ready to just clock out. And Serenity jumps up and just starts licking my face. And it just snapped me out of it. And then it was just a couple days later, or a week later, a month later, and it just kept eating at me. And I finally got to the point where I was like, you know what? I didn't have that notion of wanting to take my own life. I had the notion of I wanted to get back out on that water. I wanted to get back out there. I wanted to start this mission again because I knew that this drive, this ocean row, whatever row it is, I knew that was my saving grace. And the one thing that I just keep thinking, and I tell people all the time, that I found out that this worked for me. And I know that this might not be for every veteran out there, but there's other veterans who are struggling like I have. There are other veterans that this can work and could work for. And I just want to spread it as much as I can. I want to get veterans on that boat and get that same experience that I did. And that might be the moment of them going from, I want to take my life, to I want to start moving and forward and having more purpose in my life again.
You've lived through some adversity, and we get it. It looks like, and I'm making light of it a little bit here, it looks like you have another issue to deal with altogether. Apparently you did not do proper rations on the M&Ms tonight, so you're going to have to deal with that. So this is really heavy stuff. And this, again, now we're going out of format of our show, and sorry, Phil, we're going to get to you. This is some pretty heavy stuff. And I don't want to completely go into, and I go, Aiden, if this is uncomfortable for you, but have you heard your dad speak in this matter before?
Yeah.
How does that make you feel, buddy?
Whenever he first whenever he keeps talking about it, it does make me sad a lot. But now knowing that he doesn't want to anymore, it makes me feel better and not actually know that he's wanting to do that.
Yeah. Is it tough for you to hear that stuff, though?
Yeah.
Are you planning on joining the service when you get older, Aiden?
I'm hoping to, but I don't know if I'll be able to because my dad, he runs his business. And, yeah, I want to keep this to be able to go on with it.
I love it, brother. I love it. You want to, and this mission counts. I believe that this is serving. You're already serving. And you're a sixth grader, man. You're a sixth grader, and you're already serving your country. Do you believe that? Has anyone ever told you that?
No.
Do you believe that?
Yeah.
I hope you do. There is not a whole lot of sixth graders out there worried about what other people are doing, and I appreciate you, man. You know how much hard work this is going to be?
It's going to be a lot.
It is going to be a lot. I'm super excited. I think the People's Patriot Project, though, is going to probably sponsor a couple big bags of M&Ms to go along the way, though. So we'll get that all figured out. Oh, my gosh. Great topic, Sean. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your mission. Thank you, young Aiden, for being here, too. I hope you guys can hang out for a minute. Aiden, this might get a little long, buddy. So if you got watch some TikToks along the way, I totally get it. And or if you got some is it RoboBlocks? Is that a new thing that's out there that everyone's doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you got to pull that up and do
but
you're good.
The only bad thing, my keyboard's broken.
Oh, do you get an allowance?
I used to, but no, I just whenever I just turned on my PC, whenever I type a word, it just does it 30 times. And it just keeps going.
Yeah. You should have bought your dad a keyboard for Father's Day, and then you could just Yeah, I should have done that. If you got to go, Aiden, we totally get it because this might get a little long, but I'm just super excited that you're involved in doing stuff, and I think you're a superstar, just so you know.
Thank you.
What do your classmates think?
I think a couple of my classmates actually care about it, but most of the other ones don't really care.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. They're probably thinking about what's for lunch and stuff like that, and playing what Minecraft. They're doing Minecraft, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, get rid of that junk. Phil Beaver, The Phirejets. We've had you on before. And you're always welcome. You know that, right?
Thank you so much for having me back. This is a great honor and a great delight.
Tell us about your service, and then tell us about your mission, brother.
Well, so I'm gonna actually talk about something else first.
Okay.
I just want to congratulate Sean on winning his battle and continuing to serve. What you're doing now, Sean, is just amazing. And I am shocked that Aiden is a 6th grader, because if you had just shown me this video and not told me he was in 6th grade, I said, oh yeah, that's a high school kid. You know, he's going to do this 6,000-mile row. He's doing things for veterans. He's very bright and articulate and very fun to listen to, and can pick up, can handle Mark's picking on him. So I think that this is awesome. But the Phirejets, we're just a local indie band here in Denver. As for me, I retired in 2008 after 25 years of service. I was Army, as well as Sean, and as well as Frank. Frank and I were commissioned on the same day, and I spent 25 years in uniform. But in the last couple of years, I've decided to start writing music, put a band together. Our latest album. So we just dropped our first track from our latest album. That's what we're going to hear. I wasn't necessarily going to write a 3rd album. So we have 2 albums published already, Cosmos and Blue. But I'm looking at the state of the world right now. And you said we don't get political. And so bear with me. This is not going to be political as you think it might be. And I thought, this is a good time for a protest album. Because as Frank and I remember, back in the 60s, this country was ripping itself apart. Okay, well, there was good reason for it. We had Vietnam going on. We had women's rights. We had civil rights. 3 things that very rightfully captured the attention of the entire country. Well, today we're tearing ourselves apart just as bad as we were in the 60s. And I'm looking around and I'm going, for what? So we put an album together called Rise Up. And so it sounds like a protest album, and it is. But the question is, what are we protesting against? Well, people over there think we're protesting against them. People over there think we're rising up against them. But the message of the album is neither. It's, could we possibly rise up above it? And maybe just, have some discourse instead of discord. And so that theme permeates the whole album, although the first song, Burning, is the one that we just released last week. Does hit a little bit hard, but it does kind of point out that, yeah, we are ripping ourselves apart. And do we really need to do that? I personally think not, but we'll let people make their own decisions.
Great song.
Are we ready to roll with it?
Hey, if you are.
This is Phil Beaver with the Phirejets, Burning.
The streets are burning, the flames are climbing higher, the crowds are churning, and everything's on fire. But before you throw that cocktail for your power and your glory, read that sign across the street that has the flip side of your story. So think about the future as you fight and scream and clash. Do you really want society to crumble down in ash?
That is Phil Beaver and the Phirejets burning. We're going to take a chance here. We're going to take a chance. You never know, out of the mouth of babes. Aiden, what do you think of that song?
I liked it.
Have you ever met a rock star before?
Yesterday I actually did.
Who'd you meet yesterday?
Jackal.
Say it again.
Jackal, the band.
Yes.
I met all of them.
You hung out with them?
Yep.
Are you a
You
groupie?
met a real rock star. That's awesome.
No, I got my I actually got my
Very cool.
got my shirt signed on me.
Holy cow.
Can't really see yet. We got a
Nice.
picture.
Oh, look at that.
What?
Cool.
I have a
How?
picture of my
I
number.
did not know we were going to be amongst like
I don't think
superstars
you
tonight.
can't really see it on camera though.
That's good,
On
man.
the autographs.
That's awesome.
How
Yeah.
many do you have Jackal on your playlist?
Yes.
Nice.
I started listening to him a lot.
Yeah. Well, you need to listen to the Phirejets too a lot, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Bill will sign your shirt too.
No kidding. Absolutely.
I'll sign a book for you, but you might not be able to read it for a while.
Yeah, you might get in trouble doing that. I don't know.
Yeah, I won't do that.
So, Aiden, we talked about this pre-show a little bit. What do you eat when you're out there on the boat?
So, when we go to do the ocean crossing, we'll eat 80% dry food and 20% wet food. But the wet food, we only reserve that when we have like digestive problems. So yeah.
Will you eat any like tuna fish out there or anything like that?
If we decide to bring it for our wet food, then yeah.
You get to go fishing when you're on the boat?
When we do the ocean crossing, no, but the Great Loop, I'm not sure about that.
Okay, all right.
So
Go out on the ocean, you might hook into something bigger than your boat.
So
Yeah.
I was going to say on a couple of the ocean crossings, there was one group, they had a full-size tuna had come up over the waves and then came into their boat, and they had a big 300-pound tuna sitting on their deck.
Oh,
that's fresh sashimi. That'd be
dinner for a few days at least.
Yeah.
That's some good protein there. They probably have to drag one of the other crew member while the fish is in the boat, though, right? There's weight limits and stuff. Aiden, what's your favorite freeze-dried food? And what's the one that he's like, you know what? You see it, you push it over to Dad.
My favorite is freeze-dried Skittles. So
Come on, that doesn't count.
That's that's the only freeze-dried stuff. But when we go to do like the ocean crossing, we're gonna try to find somebody that will freeze-dry French fries.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And try them.
You should probably freeze dry a Big Mac too and see if that works out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta do that.
One thing you'll learn about Aiden real quick, he is a French fry connoisseur.
He's the guy?
French fries galore. We call him Little French Fry.
I think that's at least that should be another side hustle for the business, I think.
Yeah.
Aiden and his fry. Aiden the fry guy.
Yep.
Aiden, can you guess what I do during the daytime? I'm a school teacher.
Oh.
Yeah. I got all kinds of you terrible type in my day all day long. I can't. Jeez. Can't get rid of you. No, it's good having you here, brother. Sean, tell us what you're working on right now. What are we doing to get prepared? What's you got the shirt business, you've got the oarsman organization. Tell me all the pieces.
All right, so we founded and we started Southern Illinois Veterans Foundation, or as I like to call it, SI Vets. And that is our catalyst for Awesome Odyssey. That's our fundraising. It's our 501c3. And so really what we're working on right now is we have to fundraise. We have to fundraise a lot. The boat Emma, which she had shown a picture of it earlier. She right now, it costs $65,000. We put $5,000 down on it, so we still owe $60,000. But we were able to. The one wonderful thing of who we got the boat from, their team was called O'er the Rainbow. There are three individuals who crossed the Pacific Ocean last year, and so we got the deal out, and so we were able to pick up the boat, which is awesome. So we can start training, we can start doing fundraising and stuff like that. So we're focusing a lot on that. The other avenue of it is, since we decided that with this great loop that we are going to be bringing more veterans along through that journey, we have to start now planning and getting ready for that, which is going to be a lot. Because we're going to have to organize with them. The idea is getting everybody signed up that wants to do it, figuring out what leg of the journey that they want to do it. Another big part of it is we are going to be having to bring them, fly them out here to us, probably about a month before the event for about 3 weeks. And we'll start going over water survival training, first aid survival, navigation, going over the boat, how to do everything. Everybody needs to know all that stuff before they ever get on the boat and start going down a river or going on the ocean. So that's kind of what we're working on right now.
Do you ever get a chance to slow down, or is that just we're not worrying about slowing down yet?
It's Father's Day, and I've been working most of the day. So what's slow down mean?
Right. No, that is one of the things we run into all the time is like the service people who are engaged and want to be involved. That's what they do. They're involved, and they're too many irons in the fire. And then who's to qualify too many? But at the same time, do you ever feel like you're overwhelmed with the things you got to get done?
100%. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and act like I don't get overwhelmed. I mean, this is a big undertaking. And, sometimes, some days that I feel like I'm alone. Some days I feel like this mission's not going to happen. And then there's other days that it's just overwhelming support that comes in. And I just, the whole thing is lifted. Just like, I'll tell you this, right before we went to go pick up Emma, we were 8 and 3 days before we had to leave to go get Emma. We needed to have $5,000 raised for the down payment, and we had it worked out with one sponsor. Talked with them a week before. They said, yeah, we're going to be doing $1,000. I checked with them. I'm like, okay, so that was all budgeted. We go there the Friday before, like I said, 3 days before, and they're like, no, we're only going to do $250. And so, it's like that right there almost just derailed our whole entire trip. And we went the next day, went to farmer's market, set up, or I'm sorry, let me back up. Before the farmer's market, I went by a lawyer's office and I was telling them about our journey. And I kind of told them, I didn't tell them who the sponsor was because I still appreciate anything and everything that we get. And if a sponsor can't do 1,000, that's fine. $250 helps the mission move forward. And I appreciate every bit of it. But I was kind of telling somebody about it, and this guy didn't even know his name. And to this day, I actually still don't know his name because he wanted to remain anonymous. Ended up giving us $800 that night. to make the difference. So it was just like, it just feels like every moment when I feel like there's a roadblock, it just, somebody's there to pull that roadblock out. And it's just been really amazing.
That is awesome. That's awesome. That is the toughest part of running a nonprofit, when you can walk around and you say the writing is on the wall. Now, these are biblical type. The writing's on the wall, and everyone sees the writing, and everyone's excited. Everyone wants to be part of it. And everyone says, yay, let's go, let's go, let's go. And then you go with the hard question of, why ask for $10 when they'll give you $100? And you don't know where that line is. And so putting integrity out there, showing the mission, and making sure that there's a little bit of resiliency in the reality of accommodating the actual ask and the mission. And I think you got it, brother. Aiden, you got any worries over there, buddy?
No, not really.
Are you going to try and stow away any of your buddies or friends that come along during this trip?
Probably not.
Oh, too bad.
What's the one thing? This will be a secret between you and me. What is the one thing that your dad said you can't bring along on the trip that you're going to still try and bring?
My Xbox.
I got it. I got it. You got a big screen for that thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm on the monitor I actually use for it.
Yeah. Where are you gonna hide it?
In my cabin.
Okay, fair enough. You got a cat, your own little space in there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, if you need help, let me know. I'll come down and I'll run. Take Dad across the street or something. We'll make him look the other way for a minute, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Phil Beaver. You out, you're rocking it. You said you are a real rock star. You know that, right?
I always describe it as a wannabe rock star. We're still at the wannabe phase, but we're working hard at
You're past that, dude. You're past that.
He's been a rock star to me for 43 plus years.
I bet it.
Crying out loud.
I bet it. Were you guys like ever roommates in a space?
No, we were in different regiments, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
so
yeah, I was in the hard one.
Yeah, he was in first reg. I was in fourth reg. So
Aiden,
Phil was in the one that everybody wondered if they were still there at the end of the year.
Aiden, do you know what the Pentagon is?
Yeah.
Did you ever know anyone that worked there?
Mm-mm.
Those two guys did. I don't know where I'm at. That's those two guys worked at the Pentagon. Isn't that crazy? They're that way to me. Deuces.
For me, I'm right there.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. You and I are in the same boat. We're in the same. Get it? How I said that? Same boat. We're in the same boat.
I love that.
It's the rock star and the guy with the bird on his head.
They worked for the Pentagon, man. Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah.
Craziness. What are you guys working on? I mean, you kind of already said it in your preliminary thing. You didn't want to do a third album. You now done a third album. What are you guys as Phirejets working on right now?
So right now we're just rolling out the music. We're dropping a track a month until December, just because that's what they all say the algorithm reacts best to, is every 4 weeks. If you drop a track, then it keeps the momentum up on. And that's the whole thing, right now you have, unless you have a record company and they're distributing for you, you're on your own. And so we're just trying to get the music out there to as many people as possible. We got a really hard hitting track coming out on July 10th. It's our title track, Rise Up. And we'll see how it goes.
It's got a hard act to follow.
Oh, thank you are too kind, sir.
Been crazy to debut that thing on here, man. That would have rocked it. What we talked about this last time in your show. What the Phirejets? Come on, what does that mean?
Okay, so if you go to our website and there's a band picture, and you got me, and then you got Rocky, and then Erica, and then Josh. You got Erica again, and then Trevor and Stu. And that's the way we're lined up. And the reason we do that, Erica's in there twice, is because Phirejets have 2 E's. And so we're spelling our name out. So I get PHI for Phil, and then Rocky, Erica, Josh, Erica, Trevor, Stu. And so that's where the Phirejets come from, is all of our names just strung together.
Who do people say you sound like? Not that matters. It doesn't matter what it doesn't matter what our people think, but who do you say?
Great question, because the vibe we're shooting for is 70s style or classic style rock, and so some of our tracks are a little keyboard heavy, so you would say Elton John or Billy Joel. We try to hit all the genres from the 70s. We actually have a dance tune out there. And Erica, to me, sounds like, Donna Summer there. But we're fortunate to have 2 lead singers. We've got Erica and Stu. And so if it's a male point of view, Stu singing, female point of view. Erica sings most of our tracks, but we have a couple of country songs out there that Stu took the lead on. So there's the band, and we're trying to hit the 70s style vibe, whatever that might be, so whether it was Aerosmith or the Stones or Dire Straits or the Eagles or anything in between. We're kind of multi-genre, so we don't fit into one category, but the whole overall category would have been hopefully the classic rock vibe.
Aiden, did you ever hear of a musician named Meatloaf?
Probably.
Probably, yeah. Not on your playlist though.
I have like 300 songs.
Oh, fair enough.
Meatloaf should be on there. Bat Out of Hell was one of the best albums ever produced.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite type of music, Aiden?
Probably like heavy metal and rock.
Heavy metal and rock. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what Dad listens to?
Playlist, so definitely.
Is that what Dad listens to?
No, not really.
What does he listen to?
Punk rock.
Yeah.
Punk rock. I was waiting for country to come up, but I was gonna. I was gonna say
country.
My mom, she's country.
Yeah,
she loves listening to country songs.
I was gonna see if Dad was an Ella fella. That's the new thing out there.
Ella. That's it, Ella fella. That's what we.
Yeah, Ella Langley. Apparently, the guys that follow her are Ella fellas.
So I could be a Riley girly. Is that what the Riley?
No, that doesn't rhyme. Duh.
Huh. I was thinking Jefferson Starship in that last song just a little bit.
Oh, hey, okay.
It took me a minute, but yeah.
Although I prefer Jefferson Airplane.
I was going to say Starship or Airplane.
I thought they were much better before they became the Starship.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Surrealistic Pillow, that was in 1967. That was just a phenomenal album.
What's our next song, Phil?
What do we do? We got one with Stu singing. This is off our second album, which is called Blue. And it was so Blue was either blues rock or something with blue in the title or something that's really depressing. And this is the really depressing one. I wrote this album in the middle of COVID. I had literally not been off of my property for 6 months. And, just people were going stir crazy during COVID. And so we put out a really depressing album. But the song Out of Here, which Stu takes the lead on, is, it's kind of depressing. It's, but there's also might be some humor there. It's called Out of Here.
This is Phil Beaver with the Phirejets. Out of Here.
stop, it ends at the limo that takes me wherever I go. The crowd feels my rage as I stomp off the stage. They're crying for more as I bust through the door. The engine is humming real low. The driver, he turns around slow. In a voice that is leaden, he asks where we're heading, but I really don't care, so I say anyway. 'Cause I'm getting out of here. The voice in my head is making that clear. The song in my heart says there's nothing to fear. Just let the crowd cheer. There's a boat waiting down at the dock. She's sailing right at 6 o'clock. So I grab a small bag, tie my hair with a rag. It's 4:15 and I'm gone out the door. I step up the pace in my walk. When the horn blasts, I'm at the last block. The skipper asks me why I'm heading to sea, but he backs up real slow and I say I don't know. 'Cause I'm getting out of here. The voice in my head is making that clear. The song in my heart says there's nothing to fear. You don't wanna be near. Now there's nothing to say that will help change my mind. My fate has been sealed, it's delivered and signed. To not see this coming, you have to be blind. I won't see you next year. Well, I figure it's time now for me to move out, and I hope that I'll make you feel sorry, no doubt. But the word on the street is you won't scream and shout. At least that's what I hear. There's a boxcar down on the track. If I hop on, I ain't coming back. It may take me out west where the weather is best. It may roll to the sky where the people are hot. So I tie up some clothes in a sack, and I'm tossing it over my back. It's starting to rain as I jump on the train, which suits me just fine. It's the end of the line. 'Cause I'm getting out of here. The voice in my head is making that clear. The song in my heart says there's nothing to fear. So let's get it in gear. Got a ticket for the next plane and a bottle to keep in the pain. So I grab all my cash and I hope we don't crash. Once we're up in the air, then I no longer care. I think that the pilot's insane. She announces the time in Bahrain. I'm not sure this will be the right place for me, but I'm laying on the sand just as soon as we land. 'Cause I'm getting out of here. The voice in my head is making that clear. The song in my heart says there's nothing to fear, and I won't shed a tear. I don't care where I go, what you do when I'm gone. You can take all my things, throw 'em out on the lawn. You've been wanting your chance now to get your groove on. You made that quite clear. Well, you've been telling me that we both need our space, and I have to admit that you make a strong case. So I'm grabbing a cab, getting out of this race. I don't give a damn, my dear. At the end of the street, there's a bar. I can get there, it's not very far. If you don't wanna think, Michael pour you a drink, or you'll line up some shots until your brain rots. So I hand him the keys to my car, and I drop a 10 spot in his job. And I feel like a fool when I pull up a stool and pretend I don't care that I'm going nowhere. 'Cause I'll never get out of here. The ache in my head is making that clear. The pain in my heart now has filled me with fear. Someone get me a beer.
That is Phil Beaver and the Phirejets with Out of Here. You guys are trying to get that's like Leif Garrett right there, and you know that, right? That's maybe a little Piano Man in the background.
I'll
Billy
take
Joel.
that. I will take
Yeah,
that.
Billy Joel.
Yeah, that was I had fun on the keyboards on that one. That was a keyboard heavy piece, and we enjoyed it. Not the most cheerful piece ever, but you know, it's kind of fun.
I
thought it was
like
good.
I said, Piano Man's not a happy song really either. That means about life and
no.
Has anyone ever like said you sounded like this and and you turn away and walk away and say, you know, it's
No, you know, anytime someone compares me to a successful band, I'm like, thank you, you know, because everybody's going to hear something different. You know, I love, you know, Andrea just was the first person to ever point out that Erica's voice might have some gray slick in it, right? You know, that's I'm going to share that with Erica because she's going to love to hear that.
You have pretty much done a shout out to everyone in your band. Is there anyone else you want to do a shout out to?
Well, aside from Frank and the bird on his head, no, honestly, Sean and Aiden, just because, you know, like I said, wow. You know, Aiden's a future rock star if he's not already. And what Sean's doing, I mean, you know, I love the fact, Sean, that you're continuing to serve. And thank you for that. You know, Frank and I, boy, we quit serving years ago. You know, I retired in 08. So you know, I still do my part with some things, but I am not at that level of dedication that Sean is with his nonprofit and with the things that he's doing for veterans. And you know, as we all know, the veteran suicide is absolutely just it's a pandemic, and you know, everything we can do to prevent that, to slow it down, I think is absolutely worth every bit of effort that it takes.
I appreciate you saying that, but you know, I want to say that you know, I'm really nobody, and this mission isn't about me. It's about, you know, it's about what we can do. So,
and because of that, Sean, you are absolutely somebody. My hat is off to you, sir.
Besides the fact that I think you found a niche that raises young men correctly as well, and I think that is also outstanding. You get. Okay, let's pretend for a minute, and you're going to say it has nothing to do with you. You get to carry a legacy regardless of, and this thing's going to be very successful for the record, but no matter how far you go with this, a legacy for you and your family that no one else gets to carry. So that is something, and you need to be proud of that, and I know you are, and I know the humble ride that we have to take, but we're with you, brother, and you got this. Do you have any shout outs you want to share? And then we'll give Aiden a special moment here as well. We're far from being done though, folks.
I mean, my biggest shout outs are to, you know, Rangers Row, all the guys that I was with them. If it wasn't for them, and Michael Kendall reaching out to me that one day, none of this be where we are today. I'd still be driving a truck and I'd still be struggling with life. So that's the one shout out. And then the second shout out, actually, I got two more. Paul Laurie, I mentioned him earlier. He's an ocean rower. He's crossed every ocean imaginable, it seems like, and he's getting ready to cross back over the Atlantic from Newfoundland to the UK. But his love, his kind heart has been so amazing, and been molding how our adventure is transformed into. So 100% shout out to him. And then the other one is TJ Cohen. He is a friend of mine. He owns Cold Blooded Coffee Roastery. I work with him with merchandise and all that stuff, but he has been a big instrument in advising me in different things that have been going on in my life. And without him and without his kind words, and just, I wouldn't be the man who I am right now. So,
Aiden, you got any buddies you want to say hi, or any cute girls you want to say, hey, I said your name?
No.
No, none of those. Who's your favorite teacher?
Probably my 5th grade teacher, Miss George.
Yeah, make sure to let them know, do the shout out, and we'll make sure we get this clip to them, okay?
Okay.
Why do you like him?
It's her though.
Oh, sorry. I thought I heard Mr.
It was my first year, and whenever we told her about like my dad doing the row, she was like super really happy about it. So yeah.
All right.
She's gonna be your favorite fan, I think. She's gonna follow you.
Is she cute?
Yeah.
You don't have to answer that, buddy. You don't have to answer that. Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Peterson's just gonna pick and pick.
You don't have to answer that one. You will have to get her a bag of M&Ms too, right? We need to get a branded bag of M&Ms that like represents you guys. Let's get a hold of M&M. Let's get a hold of Mars and say, hey guys, you're on the boat, and we're gonna go save some lives. That's great. That's gonna be awesome.
They might have to get a little thicker candy shell so it doesn't, erode in the spray.
Well, it stays in the bag. It'll be. They got the Ziploc tops now. I mean, not that I know anything about M&Ms.
Well, Aiden's showing up with Skittles.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, yeah, that's another thing we're gonna have to figure out too.
So during the ocean crossings, you actually pack snack bags for each day of the row. So you have your food that you eat, dehydrated food that you rehydrate with the jet boil, all that fun stuff. But then you also have like a little snack bag that has different things in it. One guy I know took a honey bun, and there's honey bun in every one of his snack bags. So.
And I'm assuming these are rationed, like you said, by day. Do you ever break into other days? And
well, I can't speak to it because I haven't done the ocean crossing yet.
Sure.
But I know my fortitude, I probably would on bad days that I just needed a little extra. Yep. And I know other ones, they probably have too. Because here's the other thing is, on these ocean rows, it's part of a company called World's Toughest Row. And so they have all these check marks, boxes that you have to check off in order to do this. And one of the things is you bring about 60 days worth of food with you. So even though these crossings only take maybe 30 to 40, $50 days, they want extra food just in case something were to happen. Yeah. And so a lot of times you're going to finish with a whole bunch of extra food. So if you're getting closer, might as well crack into some extra rations if you want to. If that helps your mentality to get to that finish line, then do it.
What did you say? What your go-to snack pack has in it?
Mine's probably going to have honey buns.
Honey buns.
Honey buns.
Well, I'm going to ask the question that everybody my age is probably wondering right now. You're out there for all those days, every morning when I get up, I got to do something. So what?
Oh, he's got it.
Is it like those astronaut underwear things, or?
No, it's a 5-gallon bucket, and just you do your business right on the deck. And dump it over.
Bucket would fill up awful fast. You just chum with it.
Frank, you got the whole ocean there.
Yeah, well, I guess the fish poop in it. So what the heck?
You have the bucket, and then for doing number one, you have a bottle.
Oh, that could get scary. Hopefully, you remember what bottle it's in.
I'll tell you what, there is a bottle that's still on the boat, and I forgot to throw it away, and it's got some brown stuff in it.
Yeah. Aiden, what's the craziest thing?
Not pee.
Say it again, buddy.
The bottle on the boat, we found out it's not pee.
Oh my God! Did you test it?
Gage sniffed it.
Oh.
I just want to say one of the guys in the chat, Christopher Farrington, he was part of the crew. He was one of the rowers that took my place after I was injured, and he crossed last year with Range Oars Row, and they were the first all veteran group to row from California to Hawaii. And he's telling you about the bucket and the Gatorade bottle.
Yeah. What the heck's the Gatorade bottle for?
It's bigger than a water bottle.
Number one.
Yeah. Come on.
I mean, depending on your size, it might be a water bottle for you.
This is a Gatorade bottle. I'm not sure.
Don't hold it up, Frank. Don't hold it up. There's a lot of questions will be asked. Even where it's at, Frank, it's too many questions at this time.
Arizona iced tea bottle, Frank.
No, this is West Virginia's finest.
Yeah, see, Aiden, it's not safe. It's not safe.
Powerade, and it's yellow, Aiden. Oops.
Yep, it's not safe. Aiden, what's the craziest, weirdest thing that you have experienced that you didn't think you would have to experience on this mission?
I would probably say flipping the outrigger when we were in Florida.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Was that a panic mode? Were you in panic? Yep. Yeah.
So we were with Paul Laurie, right? And he had the Hawaiian outrigger. So we take it out, and we were just getting past the windbreak. The second we got past that windbreak, we just flipped.
Ooh.
Did you say, I've had enough of this, I'm not doing any more?
No, not really. We were kind of far, but we got it back to shore. And then I went on out with it with Paul Laurie.
Oh, more experience, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, he's got a lot more experience with it, the Hawaiian outrigger.
Frank, let's get to the news, brother.
See what we got going on today. The first story is something I wanted to put out to everybody because this stuff goes around all the time. And I want people to be aware that this particular one is out there. And supposedly there's a scam going around that deals with Veteran Savings Program, and they send people cards like the mailers, and they're like 5x8 or 3x5, and it has a bunch of stuff on there that they're looking for information, and they want you to call this number. And when they get you to call, they ask you for information. And they use that information to try to build like a short connection with you. And then they go on and they ask you for information that nobody should ever ask you about. like your social security number and bank account details and other information. And this has been growing pretty rapidly. And so they're telling people to not engage with them. Don't call an unverified number that's on the card. And if you feel like you're being pulled into a scam, hang up immediately. So just beware of this thing that's going around in the mail. I haven't seen one, but supposedly this is pretty widespread now. And I'd hate to have somebody fall into a trap like this and regret it. The second story we got, this is really good. So back when Phil and I served, if you were at a duty station, you had children, when you had PCS orders, sometimes they would let you stay through the senior year if your child was a senior. But now the military has looked at it again, and if you're at a duty station, you can request to be locked in if your children are a junior or a senior, so they can finish their last 2 years at the high school before the family has to PCS. And I think that's a great idea, and I'm glad they're doing something like this because it really helps families out, and that helps soldiers. So that's a good one. The next one, again, we go back to shortages for treatment for our brave veterans and people who need help. There's a map that's been made up with all the data accumulated, and you can get this map through a website and an email. You can request a copy of it. And what it does is it shows the county by county in every state where there's shortages of veteran services and resources. And what this can do, it can help the people when they want to relocate the veterans and the people that are transitioning from the service to look at this and see where there are shortages of service for veterans, and that might impact their decision for relocating or accepting a job somewhere. And some of these were in places where I really didn't think there would be one, but the best one are in places that we would normally think they were by military installations and other things. But if you can get a copy of this by sending in a request, it really come in handy for people that are veterans or are currently getting out of the service. And the last one, boy, I'll tell you what, Phil's song, it's like, you know, we've known each other for so long, it's like he's reading my mind, because the fourth and the I can't believe this really happened story is about cockroaches. And that was in his song. Don't leave it to the cockroaches and the sharks. Anyways, for some reason, and I had to look this over a couple of different times because I didn't believe it. But in Australia, it's illegal to bring in certain critters into the country. And so they got a tip that there was this guy that was bringing these insects into the country. And when they went to his home, and that they found more than 100,000 live cockroaches. And and it gets better. And they said that they were the Madagascar hissing cockroaches and the Dubai cockroaches, and they were worth $200,000 Australian dollars, which is about 142,000 US dollars. And they were seized. And how is there a market for cockroaches? I don't get it. But that's our can't believe this really happened news for this week. And boy, oh boy, I can't believe it.
Wow.
Aiden, what is your the world creature in the world that you don't want to confront or be around or be with?
I think he just went to bed.
Fair enough.
My ex-wife.
Oh.
You should have had a Gatorade bottle with him. He'd have been fine.
Well, it's almost halfway gone.
Let's not get that started in the house.
Oh, Lordy.
My oldest boy started doing that. We had to crack down on him.
Uh-oh.
Not that we're going to get deep into this one, but there is a whole culture that is okay with that, and that's fine. And then I'm not, but when I was doing foster care, we ran into that a lot more than we wanted to. And it's like, you know what? You got a bathroom, man. You just use the bathroom. And yeah.
I was an over-the-road trucker, so.
I get it.
When I was a brand new second lieutenant at Fort Stewart, that was when people were dipping and chewing all the time, and they'd spit into the Coke cans. Well, I hadn't started doing that yet, and I had set my Coke can down next to me.
Yep. Here we go.
And I picked up the wrong can, and that was the nastiest word.
No,
I'll never forget that. It was just.
Cans have sharp edges. No, and not even. And then that part happens too. No.
Well, they all watched me and they started laughing because I was a second lieutenant and I was stupid.
Well,
I gotcha.
That's how you thin the herd right there, and that's few less second lieutenants in the world.
That happened shortly before I spit on the colonel's head.
Oops.
The motor pool.
How on earth did you make it to the Pentagon with all this stuff? Jeez.
Well, he's actually laughed. He thought it was funny. I was up on top of a APC doing maintenance stuff, and I had to spit, so I leaned over and spit, and he's like, "Wow, who did that?" I said, "Sorry, sir. It was me. I just started chewing." And he started laughing and walked away.
That's I mean, I pissed on my first sergeant's Jeep once.
You guys were not. You didn't behave. I'm sorry.
I'll tell you.
I won't share. I won't share my exploits. It's just not.
The worst of it was when we go out on a field exercise and the cook would make chili. Man, you didn't want to light a fire in any of those tents.
Oh boy. Sean Dillard, what is next? What's the next? What's the mission? What's the vision? I mean, we kind of see it, but it's the format of our show. So what do you got to get done next?
So what's next is, and I've been brewing on this because really, to make this mission and what we're trying to do with, connecting veterans, well, guess what? We need veterans to do that. So that's going to be the next thing. And I've been mulling it over on how we could do that. And what I come up with is I'm going to start reaching out to a lot of these organizations like the Fallen Outdoors, American Warrior Outdoors. There's a lot of outdoor veteran groups that I want to start connecting with and saying, hey, we got this adventure coming up. I want you to find one, maybe two veterans that can fill the slot, and then go.
How many do you think you need to complete the whole loop? We're talking the loop, right?
Right. So tentatively, the way that we're going to be doing it, we're going to be doing it over a course of 4 years, and maybe longer. Since Aiden is so young, doing the Great Loop is going to take a lot of time. It's 6,000 miles. So we are going to go during the summer, probably like June 1st, and then run it for about 2.5 months to 3 months. So that's about 10 to 12 weeks. So, and then what we'll do is wherever we end up at, we'll pull the boat out, and then we'll come back the next year, and then the next year, and just keep doing it until we've completed the loop. So if we look at it over a course of 4 years, that's 40 weeks. That's 80 veterans possibly that we could bring onto this boat, if not more, because that's just if we can complete it in 4 years. It might take us 5 years. We just have to see how it is. And you know what, I'm okay with that too, because that just means that the mission can keep on going. I mean, long term, you know, if this is a real success, you know, I would love to see it just keep going. And then even after that, you know, with Aiden being gone, you know, doing it more throughout the year. You know, it doesn't have to just be during the summer, but in order for Aiden to be a part of this, we have to do it just during the summer. And I think that's a big thing, you know, with him being involved with it. So yeah.
Nice.
I have thoughts, and I mean, my thoughts aren't valid to your world, other than they're just thoughts. But
how many people can you fit on that craft?
So this boat, Emma, is a Rannoch R45. She can accommodate 3 to 5 rowers. Now that is on an ocean row. In the atmosphere doing the Great Loop, we're not going to be rowing at night because it's too dangerous to really be rowing at night down, you know, these not oceans, but down these rivers. Anybody who's ever taken a boat down a river, there's a lot of debris sometimes that you have to miss, and the night time is just not going to be able to do that. And that's fine, because the whole idea behind this is not just to do the row, but we're going to be stopping at marinas. We're going to be connecting with the groups that are around those marinas, VFWs, American Legions, other organizations, and that, you know, really need to. My whole idea is connection is key to ending veteran suicide. Connection equals community. Community. You know, I want to build purpose after service, essentially.
I mean, just a question: when you're going down the Mississippi, do you really have to row?
You do.
Okay.
You're
the expert. Right?
I'm not. I'll tell you this: I am not the expert. I am by far not the expert. I'm just some crazy guy who wants to do something crazy, and that's all there is to it. There are a lot more people with a lot more expertise, but we are going to be leaning on them hardcore. Chris down in Clarksville, he's going to be working on getting us a workout schedule. My other buddy Jerry is another one that crossed the ocean last year. Like I said before, Paul Laurie. I mean, these are the experts in this, and they are going to be helping us to guide us through making this as safe as possible and making it as fun as possible, because that's what's key, is being able to, you know, be able to enjoy this. And there's Jerry. And that's a picture of them in Hawaii.
It'd be really cool if you could get a representative from each state to end up being on the boat at some point. And just another, I mean, you probably thought of all this stuff before, but it's.
I'll tell you what, we picked up Emma at the first of this month. The week before we picked up, or 2 weeks before we picked up Emma, was when we decided to do the Great Loop. So this is something that we have completely diving into. Originally, like I said, the plan was me and Aiden, and we were going to get some other veterans to do an ocean crossing. And then this got brought on our lap, and I think it's going to be even better than us crossing an ocean with how we're wanting to do the mission, with making connection. I mean, doing an ocean crossing is awesome. I love all the guys that have done it. I can't wait to do my own. But I really feel like this great loop might have a bigger impact on the veterans' lives that we can connect with. And especially if we can essentially bring on, 80 or more different veterans to come on the row, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be 80 different veterans. Since we're doing it every year, some of the veterans who did it the first year be like, well, I went down the Mississippi, but I would like to go around the Gulf of Mexico a little bit, or I might want to go through South Carolina, or I might want to go through Canada, and they might come back the next year and do it with us as well. So
I know there's some, and again, my brain goes a billion miles an hour for other people's purposes, but how about a veteran from each war era as well? I mean, it'd be harder. World War II would be tough, but I mean, they wouldn't probably row, but they would be on the ride for a minute. And a Vietnam veteran, just crazy. Just, gosh, sign the boat. They can sign the boat.
Yeah, no, I mean, 100%. I want to get a variety of people, from every era, from every state. I mean, really, once we really get into the whole planning of this and picking out the veterans that are going to be coming to it, we'll look at, where they're from, because that's going to be a big impact, because we want to make sure that they're close enough to where they're going to be getting on the boat, because they're going to be swapping out every week. So we're going to be moving down that loop or moving up that loop. And so the closer they are, the less of a cost that it's going to be, for the organization, because we want to make this free to the veterans. We don't want them having to pay anything. But all the support that we can get for it, then great. And that's kind of the idea. And then, so yeah, sorry, I lost my train of thought on that one.
No, you're good, brother. No, you're there. It's all good.
How far do you think you'd go in a week?
It's really going to depend on where we're at. When we're coming down the Mississippi, I want to say even like the trawling or the troll, am I saying it right? The trolling boats, they cruise at about 5 knots through the Mississippi when they do the Great Loop. And when you get 3 rowers on that boat and you're going down the Mississippi, you could probably get about 5 knots on 3 rowers, really hitting it hard. So we can cruise about the same, but then, we got to take an effect once we get to, through the Gulf. That's all going to depend on the currents. When we start going through the intercoastal, we're going to have to start paying attention to the tides through the intercoastal, and try to really plan it to where we're going with the tide and not against the tide. So there's a lot of factors.
That maybe if we're worried about costs and things, it might be worthwhile to see if you can have like a chase vehicle that would parallel you as you're going along and bring those people back to where they started at.
Yep, that's already in the plan. So we're going to have, yeah. So a couple of different things. Reason why: one, we're going to have a van, and they're going to be towing and bringing the trailer along with them. Ideally, I would like a camper van that they would be able to just live out of, and be able to pull it, and then they can we'll have extra supplies in there. They can pull the trailer, just in case if there's ever an incident, we got to get the boat out of the water for whatever reason, it's ready. And then when we get done, at the end of the 2.5 months, trailer's there, we can pull it out and we can go. Not to mention that they can transport people to and from locations. If say we're going up to a spot and we don't have accommodations set up with somebody, and we're going to just be camping out, they can go ahead of us, get the campsite all set up and ready for us, and then we can come off the boat, just camp that veterans can enjoy themselves, rest up, and then in the morning we can take off. They can pack up camp, and then they can head on to, you know, the next stop and just keep doing that.
Well, there may be somebody out there that might have a RV that might be able to tow a trailer and help out. You never know.
And anybody and everybody who wants to help out with this mission, I am all ears. I am not the person to shoot any kind of advice down. If you got ideas, shoot them to me. I'd love to hear them, because I can tell you this right now, it takes a community to row the Great Loop. And I'm not going to be able to do this on my own. I'm 100% not going to be able to, and I need people's help. I need that support. And like I said before, it's not about me. It's about the impact that we can make.
Super excited. I shared with Sean one of the visions we had with using a paddle boat to go down the Mississippi and hit ports and have a quick music event from the paddle boat. We got a captain for it. We don't have the boat, but gosh, what if we were able to put this all together in one spot and just get all the people there? That'd be crazy. We got to talk to Captain Eichmann. We got to get that done. See if we can figure this out.
Yep.
She's already got letters out to Mars already. That's crazy.
Awesome.
We don't stop, man. We don't. Every rock gets flipped, dude. Every rock gets flipped. I told you that from the beginning. We just do it. We go. Phil Beaver, what's the vision? I mean, you've kind of shared it already, but where's Phirejets going next, and what are we going to see from them?
Well, fingers crossed that, you know, I get to move from a wannabe rocker to a real rocker, get a little bit of traction with this album. We'll see though. And we're going to take it from wherever it takes us. So right now we're just, you know, doing all the things that you need to do as an indie band to put music out. And we'll see how the album is received, and we're absolutely going to take it from there.
What's your final song for tonight, brother?
You've got time for one more? I'd love to.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah. Okay. So this one also off of our album Blue. I said it was either blues rock, or it's blue in the title, or it's really depressing music. This one's two of the three. It's a blues rock song, and it's called "That's How You Sing the Blues." And this was just a fun song. I put the lyrics together from all of the great blues tunes that mention blue. And so I just kind of strung it together, threw it at Erica and said, you know, we want you to have fun with this. But then each member of the band got their own verse to rock out to. So on the second verse, but the first verse has very little back music on it, you know, just very low-key instrumentation. But then the second verse, I'm going crazy on the keys. The third verse, Josh is going crazy on the guitar. The fourth verse, Rocky and Trevor are going ape on the bass and the drums. And then the second chorus and the final verse, we all kind of bring it together. So it was just a fun song to record. We had an absolute blast for it, but it's called "That's How You Sing the Blues."
Andrea, I sent you a quick message. You copied that real quick. I had a typo in it. I changed it. So if you copied that before you put it up, thank you.
Yep.
Boom. This is how teamwork works, guys. This is Phil Beaver with the Phirejets. That's how you sing the blues.
Well, you started out by putting on your old blue dress. You slip your feet into your blue suede shoes. You look up at blue skies through your pale blue eyes and let in that blue mood like there's nothing left to lose. When that blue feeling's making you a mess. That blue revolution is one you can't refuse. You let your blue light give way to blue night, and that's how you get to be singing the blues. You take yourself a drag and you let out some blue smoke. Turn blue in the face while you're waiting for your muse. When the sky's all blue gray and you're having a blue day, you get up from your blue chair cause you can't be a recluse. When your blue millionaire done told you that he's broke, and your old all blue is all over the news. And when your blue lagoon starts reflecting the blue moon, that's when you're starting on singing the blues. You gotta feel it in your soul, you gotta feel it in your head. You're lying in a hole and you're wishing you were dead. Hanging from a rope and you're out there all alone. And you're giving up a hope and your chances have been blown. You look into your heart and you see that there's a bruise. World is torn apart, you're the one that they accuse. Everybody's got you down and they're pushing you around. That's how you're starting on singing the blues. When you bet on the blues, but you just don't have a scratch. All the blue people tell you that ain't no excuse. You lose all your blue magic and they tell you that's blue tragic. The kids at your blue party say you're running out of booze. When Big Boy Blue says he thinks he'll make you match, you hop in your blue T-Bird and you take it for a cruise. You see all the blue stars driving in their blue cars. It might be time to start on singing the blues. When you think you found you some red hot blue love, thinking about getting you a few more blue tattoos. You're under a blue shade and you can't take a blue heat, and Johnny Blue is telling you it's time for you to choose. You started up by wishing on the blue stars above. That damn blue gangster's talking up a bruise, and that blue on black, it ain't never coming back. You might be ready to start singing the blues. You gotta feel it in your soul, you gotta feel it in your bones. When you're lying in a hole and they start rolling in the stones. Hanging from a rope and you haven't got a friend. You've given up all hope and now you know you're at your end. You look into your heart and you see it burning fuse. And your world is torn apart, you've got nothing left to lose. Everybody's got you down, so you give them your best round. And that's how you started on singing the blues. When that big blue Christmas is giving you the slip, and a gang of them blues comes to make you pay your dues. That old blue leaf comes across the deep blue sea, and the bright blue lightning is about to blow a fuse. When you got your man blue and she's giving you some lip, and the Blue Ridge Mountains are blocking all the views, and your whole blue world has its red and white and pearl. Honey, it's time to start singing the blues.
That is Phillip Beaver and the Phirejets. That's how you sing the blues.
That was a good one.
That was fun. That's probably the most fun we've ever had in the studio, was putting that one together.
Yeah, all you're missing is a saxophone.
We got a great guest saxophone player, and he's recorded on 3 of our tracks. Hopefully, we'll get him on here one of these days.
It looks like the Orson crew has reunited into one screen.
All right.
It's good. It's how it works. It's been an absolute blessing having each and every one of you on the show tonight. We're super excited about the mission that Sean and Aiden are on with Orson Odyssey. And so we are 100% on board with what you're doing and want to help support that and how we can. And then what Phil and Phirejets are doing, thank you, brother. It's a whole genre of music that hasn't existed. You are unique in a very positive way to the niche that you guys are representing. It doesn't exist in anything that WeP3 Radio has. You guys are it. And so I want to say thank you for what you're doing. And and it is. That's one of the reasons why, everyone's got their own style of music, and I get it. I totally understand it. I'm not into screamers. We've got a couple screamer groups with us. I do like hard rock. I like almost everything. There's just, a couple. I can bona fide say I've never sat down prior to our operatic guests and sat and listened to opera music. I've never. But once we brought them onto our show, they're absolutely Jesus Hernandez freaking amazing. And the guy speaks 6 languages and it's nuts. But that's also part of like the mission of the People's Patriot Project, where we want to have a tackle box of opportunity, which means we can catch anything. And music is one of those things that goes across the board, and you never know who likes, what likes, when likes, where likes. You've got fans for the Phirejets, and we want to make sure that we are feeding everyone and have the opportunity to feed everyone. So thank you, Phil Beaver, and what you're doing. And your heart and compassion is on a different level, man. It inspires me every time you come on here, just for the record.
It's a absolute delight to be here. And you know what? You asked about shout outs. I got to give a shout out. I got to give a shout out to Andrea, Mark, and Frank for what you guys do every Sunday night. This is just absolutely inspiring, and the people that you bring to us as your audience is just amazing. So thank you for what you're doing. I can't say that enough.
Thank you. So we're at the time of our show where we unfortunately have to shut her down. Aiden's probably got some stuff to do and probably text some buddies and stuff, and maybe a cute girl here or there or something. Who knows? It might happen. But this is our final thoughts, and we usually let Frank. We'll do it clockwise, and Frank starts it off. Go ahead, brother.
Well, I would cover on Father's Day, but I think I've talked about my father in past discussions, and I don't want to cover that today. I'm kind of missing him a lot, and it never does good to harp on things that you can't fix or change. But what I will say is, all those people who have fathers or just parents that are still around, reach out to them, because life is a funny thing, and you never know when your time is going to come up, and or worse yet, the people that you love's time is going to come up. And take a minute, connect with those that you love, and share things with them, and share time, and reminisce about the things in the past, and talk about what's going to happen in the future, and just be together. I mean, that's what the strength of our country is the bonds that we have with our family and friends, and we can't let that get interrupted by anything. I don't care if it's politics or whatever. Family's family, friends are friends, and we shouldn't let anything get in between that. We should always be reaching out and staying connected with those folks. And God bless all of our veterans, first responders, and those currently serving our nation in the armed forces.
Thank you, Frank. Phil.
Like Frank, I can't call my parents on Mother's or Father's Day anymore. I miss that. But I did have two daughters call me today. I had forgotten it was Father's Day until I got that first phone call, which was really nice. And so I just want to shout out Happy Father's Day to everyone who that applies to. And as Frank said, there's a lot of fathers right now who are deployed, who are someplace overseas where they don't get to spend Father's Day with their children. And thank you to all of you for what you're doing. So rock on.
Thank you, Phil. Miss Eichmann.
I was going to play off of Frank's words as well, and same with Phil. Thank you both, Phil and Sean, for being here. And Aiden, it was fun having you on. I appreciate your candor and your stories. Good stuff. It plays right into our check your six. Your family should be on your six. They should be at the top of that list as well. So I'd have to add 9 just for immediates, and that's okay. So 15, and then I'll be checking more than that. But I say it every week, and I'll say it again tonight. And Phil, I know you say you were finished serving, and Frank as well, but here you are tonight, and it's your second time back, and you're sharing your music with us and the fun of how it's created, when it's created, who you create it with. and that too is all part of what we do to bring, good tidings to those who have served. And hopefully there's nuggets in everything we talked about tonight. So thank you for being here. You are still serving, Phil. It's in your heart. I think it's in your mind as well. And so thank you. And Sean, your mission is clear. I wrote so many notes down. I haven't heard back from Mars yet, but hopefully I don't know who makes Skittles yet either. We'll figure that one out. And those dried ones are amazing. But what an incredible mission. And you turned it into being about others, which is no surprise as a civilian from many a serving family member, but not myself. You guys never quit giving. Guys and gals that served just keep giving from the majority of who I've met, and it's an incredible thing. We've even had some of those who don't have anything to give, and they just want to keep paying it forward and giving it back some more. And it's incredible to me, and I appreciate being included being able to be here to spend with all of you. So Aiden, kudos to your dad, kudos to his buddies, and kudos to you for being part of that mission as well. We'll be watching, waiting, supporting, sharing, and doing everything we can to keep you guys pushing forward as well. So thank you.
For the record, Mars also makes Skittles, so that's
oh, perfect. Now I have to send another letter. It's perfect.
Sean.
I just want to say, Phil, I think touching on exactly what you're doing, even though your uniform is no longer on, I mean, you're still serving 100% with the music that you're writing, because you're trying to bring people together instead of away, and that's 100% serving our country for sure. So I appreciate that very much so, and I appreciate you guys inviting us here today, and it's kind of serendipitous, I think, a little bit as well, because it's Father's Day, and me and Aiden being a father-son team on this adventure, so I think it's the universe always has a way of working out, and I know that you guys had a cancellation, and so it's just, I feel like it was the universe working itself for us to be on the show today, and I really appreciate that. And for everybody else out there, the fight's not over. You don't know what the future holds. Today may seem like a bad, but we don't know what we have in store for the future. So take what you can and just keep fighting.
Aiden, you got any final thoughts, buddy?
Oh yeah.
I appreciate you guys inviting us to come on here. Like my dad said. Yeah.
All right.
Now that you two are side by side, that's a mini, isn't it? You just kind of, sorry, Aiden, you look just kind of like your dad.
The mini me.
You think?
Whenever my dad was in high school, he looked just like my older brother.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've got an older son. He's 15, and he was plucked right out of my rear end, is what it was.
Wow. Strong genes.
All right.
Proud Papa moment. Again, happy Father's Day to all those fathers who are out there. We usually have a spiel lined up for this, and we didn't get logged in today, and that's on me. But it's. I hope you had a blessed day, and thank you for all those fathers that are serving. Think of those families that don't and can't have the opportunity to speak to their fathers today. And again, we focus kind of on the veterans and the first responders for a number of reasons with that. And we just appreciate it. And thank you for the fathers that are raising young men and women to lead our country. I actually have a little special message that I'm going to play here in a second. It'll be, hope you guys have a chance or can stay on to do post show. If you don't, we totally get it. We were running that 2-hour line right now. So, Next week, we have the awesome opportunity to come back here at 1800 Central Standard Time. And we have the amazing guests of Jack Blaze, our musician, and Bobby Allison Standuffer with Freedom Sing USA. Super excited about them. Really excited about the mission of the People's Patriot Project and what's happening with us. You can come check us out tomorrow at 16:30. Frank, you might have to run that one by yourself. We have an event tomorrow. We will be down at
Rosemont Legion.
Rosemont Legion for the event of I'm sorry.
Did I just send it to you? It is.
Yeah, you did send it to me.
Yeah.
The Rest and Resilience Retreat. I talked to them on the phone last week. We thought it was last Monday because someone at another event told us come, blah, blah, blah. I reached out. They said, hey, come next Monday. We're going to do that. And then tomorrow, on Tuesday, we are at the MACV event at CHS Stadium, downtown St. Paul. So come check us out. I think I've done all the pieces. Again, one quick message from our brother who this is a surprise. I got to see this one today, and I'm like, nope, this is real stuff. And so check your six, go see your fam, and we'll see you when the smoke clears. Patriot pride.
And a lot of people in politics would have you believe this, that if you don't agree with her, you're supposed to hate each other. They would have you believe that in this country, that if you see differently than he does, then you guys are supposed to hate each other, right? Dead wrong. Do you want to know why it's okay to disagree with your fellow American on anything and still love them anyway? Y'all, I've been married to the same woman for 17 years and we don't agree on a damn thing. Not one thing. Well, we do agree on the one thing, but that's, The reason why it's okay to love somebody anyway is because that before we were born, an American soldier laid down their life for us to have the freedom to be different and disagree and still love each other anyway in this country. Let me tell you something. I don't care what color you are. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how much money you don't have. I don't care where you're from. I don't care where you go to church. I don't care who you vote for. There are three things that bind every single one of us together. It's real simple. They are red, white, and blue. So tonight, if you're sitting down, stand if you're able. Gentlemen, if you have a hat on, I would ask that you remove your cover. We're going to sing a song together as a show of unity. And stand up. We're going to protest division tonight. That's what we'll call it that. We'll protest division. God bless America, the land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From